you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Just trying to get everything set up here still.
No problem.
Oh, there I am.
There we go.
Okay, I don't
So if
see
so
me.
if you are reading, we ask that you have your video on, and then if everyone else could have their video off. And then once we get to the talk back part, we'll be able to have everyone use video and audio.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Right.
And Dave's reading stage directions, or is that you?
Dave will be reading the stage directions.
Excellent. Thank you.
Right.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi,
David?
Dave. How are you?
Hi there.
This is exciting.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
I need more light. I look too dark, correct?
I have too much light.
No, you look great.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to get a lamp.
I think they're like doing the rugs across the street. Do you hear any feedback coming out of my speaker?
No.
Nope.
Okay, good. Because it's driving me nuts.
Mary, I like your glasses.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mary and I are related.
Okay. Is that better?
Better.
That's better? Okay, I took the lampshade off.
Don't put it on your head.
End of the show.
Okay, there you go.
Hanka.
Yes,
Hello,
I
honey.
did this. It's on my phone. I couldn't figure it out, but I did.
I'm so
Good.
proud of you. So proud.
I know I switched my phone as well.
I am proud as well. I am proud of me.
So we had 20 people registered, so I'm really excited.
I'm gonna do my lunch.
Well, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah. And see who we're still.
Are we taking like a minute in between acts or just continuing on?
We'll probably take a 5,
5? Okay.
so everyone can kind of situate.
Okay, thank you.
5 or an actor's 5, like 25, 30.
It depends on who the stage manager is.
Yeah.
Depends on the age of the cast. I mean, some of us are on water pills, you know?
Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi there.
I miss people.
Me
I
too.
know, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
No choice, right?
No. And I don't think we're going to have a choice for a while.
I know.
Sometime, Dave, when you have a moment, I need to tell you about my fears of going back to school
Yeah.
with the age of my parents. If I should, I probably will need to self-isolate again from them, but if we could chat sometime, I'd really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime. You know that. Anytime.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's going to be a scary time in September.
Yeah, I'm in denial. I'm just not even trying to think of it.
Yay. I think Diane's in. Diane Jones.
Oh, man. I love a woman who smokes a cigar.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane. It's
Hi.
another Diane. Yay.
Good to see you.
Your flowers are so beautiful.
Why, thank you.
I have one little bunch of basil on the back porch, and I'm pretty much killing it. It's so, I always appreciate other people's gardens.
Just water it.
I do, and I still can't. Like,
Okay.
I've killed cactus in the past, so and
Okay.
I know my place in this world, and it's not
Not in a garden.
flowers. No, it's not a garden. I appreciate it. Love it. My dad was a farmer. I should have the knack, but I just don't.
Ah, it's okay.
Thanks.
Are you playing Josephine? Diane?
Listen, if somebody needs me to do something, I will be game. But
Oh, okay.
I can play young men. I can play old men. I can do just about anything. I got a short man's haircut here. We're all good.
I'm trying. I gotta get back to my cast list that I have here.
Its ability to transmit from human to human, that I think we ultimately will get control of it. I don't really see us eradicating it. Those are the words from the doctor and the president.
Okay. I just scroll through here. I'm working off my phone, so I'll be scrolling to see who's in.
Okay.
Still waiting on Joe, Jacqueline, and Melissa, I believe. Oh, nope, there's Jacqueline. Hello.
Hi.
All right. So we're still waiting on Joe and Melissa, I think, or is Melissa here? Waiting on Melissa. Okay. Right.
Hi, Michelle. I see you over there somewhere.
Okay,
How are you?
Good, good.
Do you have air conditioning or no?
No.
No, we don't either. We just blow hot air around.
We got a lot of that here.
Yeah, so do we.
Hello, I'm Derry Howell. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Oh, hi. But you can't see me, right? Because I'm not doing anything, so you're not supposed to see me, right?
Right.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Thank you
Looking
for joining.
forward to the reading.
Thanks for coming to listen, Derry.
Sure.
We had a Joe briefly.
I know, and then he dipped. I don't know where he went. I believe we're still waiting on Melissa.
Who's got the pooch?
Me, I'm going to try to close the door and get away from them. And I can just hit this mute button up top if necessary, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, if you're just listening in, we ask that you do press the mute button.
Yes.
I don't see a mute button.
Bottom left corner. Well, you're not on a computer. You're on the phone, right?
Yeah. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
If you tap your screen, your menu options will come up around the bottom and the top, and there's a mute
Oh, I
option
see him.
bottom left.
Got it. Thank you. Going on mute.
Ellen, did I see you join?
Yes. Am I muted?
Nope, you're not. You're good.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll mute now.
Okay.
Hi, Jackson.
I'm like trying to scroll to keep up. All right. Still waiting on Joe for real and Melissa.
Okay.
We have.
Oh my gosh.
Dan,
Did you lose weight?
Dan Michelle thinks, she says, is that Dan? Is that Dan? You lost a lot of weight?
What, are you saying I was fat before? Is that what you're saying? I'm big boned with a thyroid problem. Plus, I was retaining water and gravy and ice cream. Yeah, when this thing started, I was like, you know, we can't continue the way we've been going. So I've been doing a lot of walking and trying to eat protein and vegetables mainly.
Good for you.
But the walking has turned into, I have to walk mentally if I don't get out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can attest that's the best way to like stay in shape is walk everywhere. Just don't have a car. That's a good solution.
You're an optimist.
Yes.
All right. Did I see Joe pop
Yep.
in?
Hello.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Oh.
Let's see
All
if I
right.
can get this
Do we
right.
have Melissa?
I don't think we have her.
I don't think we have Melissa. So she was supposed to read Josephine. I have not heard from her, and I don't have any messages.
I spoke with her. I did speak with her today, and she was intending on being here.
Okay. I'm wondering if I checked. I haven't had any like Facebook messages or anything pop up or any emails. I have the email open.
Let me get my phone. Hang on one second.
Yeah. I just don't want to replace her if she's joining, you know?
Well, the other thing too is that Josephine comes in a little late.
Okay. Perfect. That's right.
Emma, best wishes on your marriage.
I'm sorry?
Did you get married?
No, not me.
That's embarrassing on my part.
My boyfriend is on, but no.
And no, Dan, I'm not pregnant.
Just that would have been a great way for him to find out that she was married.
Right?
Emma, I'm mixing you up with Robin.
Oh, yep.
Sorry.
Robin and Angelo did get married.
You guys were both stage managers for, was that 12th night? Or, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was supposed to stage manage Midsummer this summer, and now next summer.
So there's my mix up. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right.
All right. Still scrolling.
Hi, Nick Lama.
Yay, Nicola. right. Oh, Tracy Snyder joined. Hi, Tracy.
Hello.
Hello. And there's Melissa.
There she is.
Hi, Melissa. Oh, can you hear us? I don't know if I have your audio yet. There we go. Can you hear us?
I lost your face though. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right.
Okay, good. All right. All right. So I think that everyone,
Hello, David.
if people tuning in, they are more than welcome to join. If you're reading, we do ask that you have your video on, just so we can have a face to the voice. If you are an audience member, please mute yourself and turn off your video. Once we'll do a 5 break between that, and then we'll have our talk back, and everyone can turn their video or audio on if they like. So to start it off, my name is Emma English. Thank you all for being here. I am the founder of Buffalo Theater Workshop, which we're going for our 3rd year now, I believe. And Ellen Shears from Green Buffalo is here as well. She's one of my partners in crime.
Hi.
Ellen, do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, yeah, my name's Ellen. I am a co-founder of Green Buffalo Productions. Here, I'll give you my face for a sec here. So you're not looking into the void.
There we go.
Oh, I don't know if it was happening or not. Hello. So yeah, I'm here from Green Buffalo. Unfortunately, the only one who can make it today. We're kind of busy with our spooky one act, so we're trying to do the best we can. So that's me. All right, I'm turning video off.
Okay. And Buffalo Theater Workshop is always accepting submissions for short plays, full plays, short films we've done readings of, and then a lot of our readings have turned into productions thanks to Green Buffalo Productions as well. So tonight we are reading Cover and Push by Dave Marciniak. And Dave, can you introduce yourself and give us a little context to the show?
Sure. So Cover and Push, I actually started writing this about 4 years ago. I was working at another job and I was sitting at a desk and I had a lot of time on my hands for a little while, so I started typing this out. And I finished it because I had a lot more time on my hands during coronavirus. So it worked out kind of well. It's sort of a memory play, but it's sort of not. Anyone who has grown up in suburban Buffalo up here in the Northeast, in a lot of the homes, they have a screened-in garage during the warm months, and people sit in those garages and, you know, and play cards and talk to each other and drink beer and whatnot. And then in the wintertime, the screens come off and the cars come in and the snowblowers come out. And that's the kind of place that I grew up in the summertime. My parents had that, and my children kind of remember that as well, very well, that that screened-in garage. And there was a pool in the backyard and the grill and whatnot. The characters themselves, a couple of them are from my memory, but most of them are new and people that I've never met. And I'm excited to see how they sound as they talk. It takes place in the spring, summer, and fall of 2001 and 2002. So it's in the warm months of those 2 years. And that's about it. So I'm gonna, a couple of things just for the actors who are reading today, just a couple of instructions. I'm gonna read the stage directions for you. And if you get to the point where, you know, some of the stage directions are very small and it might say a sigh or pause, I'm not gonna read that. Do what you wanna do with it. Of course, you know, it's, we all gotta work in the morning, so don't pause too much. Then we will, in addition to that, you might come across a line where there's a slash in the middle of the line. And if we were performing this on the stage, that would be where the next line would be interrupting. And we would have some overlapping lines there. But that really doesn't work on Zoom, right? So we will, we're going to read those straight through. There won't be any interruption on those lines, anything like that. Okay, so just read it straight through. And that's about all I have to say. Any questions from the actors before we start? Okay.
No.
All right, beautiful. And without further ado, let's kick it off.
All right, thank you. This is Cover and Push. The entire play takes place in an attached garage in a suburb of Buffalo, 2001 to 2002. It is furnished with plastic resin chairs, a center stage patio table, a green indoor-outdoor carpet. There are shelves on the left wall with garden tools, fertilizer, weed killer, etc., and a small black and white television with an antenna. There's a garage door in the back, but it's closed. There's a door to the house on stage right wall. There are also more shelves. These have paper plates, napkins, etc. There's a fluorescent light fixture hanging from the garage rafters. There's a door to the left of the garage door in the rear that leads to the backyard. The front of the stage implies a screened-in garage door to the driveway. Act 1, Scene 1, early July 2001. Barbara, Kirsten, and Emma are sitting at a table, stage right. Okay, I said center stage. There's my first typo. It's stage right, playing cards. Emma is in the middle, and she is quiet.
You know how hard she took it. It bordered on ridiculous. I mean, for God's sakes, it was a dog. Maybe she felt like she should want another one, so one thing led to another, and now she has this little piece of shit barking all day. We can't even play cards. And all she wants to talk about is Bootsy did this, Bootsy did that. It drives me crazy.
Come on, give Josephine a break. What hand is this?
I did give her a break. I didn't bitch about the dog to her face. I'm doing it here with you. It's a run of 4, 2 sets of 3. So anyway, she doesn't seem too upset that we can't have card night. That's all. We've only been playing for 10 years, so I guess she can just throw it away like it was nothing. Hey, Emma, if you don't want that card dealt, you just cover it and push it to your mother.
I'm sorry. That sucks, Mom. Now throw a card out, Emma.
Oh, don't be sorry. I don't care. She's the one who should be sorry, not you and not me. Anyway, I'm getting things done around here. I reorganized my craft room. You should take a look. I have a shelf with things I don't want anymore. Take what you need. But I marked some things for Leslie, though, so don't take any of that.
Since when does my cousin make crafts?
She's going to take it to school for her class. Hopefully those kids won't destroy everything. They have so many problems. I told her not to teach in the city, but she's got her own mind. She was doing good substitute teaching in Depew, Lancaster, Iroquois, was constantly calling her. She wasn't hurting for money. I'll never understand why anyone would want to teach in that godforsaken district.
Ugh, Mom, there's nothing wrong with teaching in the city.
Well, I still think she made a mistake. I'll bet Iroquois would have hired her this year. Kirsten, go to the pantry and get some chips. And I think there's Dove chocolates in there. Bring those too.
Don't look at my cards.
Oh, for God's sakes, we're not going to look at your cards. Turn them over, Emma. Let's see what she has.
You looked, didn't you? I see it in Emma's face.
No, we didn't.
You are so paranoid. Here, give me the chocolate. Emma, put the chips in a bowl. I don't want crumbs all over the table.
Are you still playing?
Carl, stop it. Emma didn't get any chips.
I didn't really want any. That's okay.
Well, maybe I do. Leave them, Carl. Get a bowl. What do you want, sweetie? You want some chocolates? I think we have some ice cream bars in the fridge in the basement.
What? You told me they were all gone.
I hid them behind the turkey. You eat enough ice cream. That's for the kids.
It's okay. I have a little bit of a stomach ache.
That's because of all the junk food your grandmother shovels in your mouth.
Oh, come on. If you can't snack at Grandma's house, where can you? Right, Emma?
Mom, for the first 5 years of her life, she threw up every time you babysat.
Well, then I won't babysit if I'm so terrible.
I don't eat too much.
Hey,
I give up. Give her some chocolate.
Emma smiles as she takes a pile of Dove chocolate, and Carl re-enters stage left.
Here, Emma. One for you, one for me.
Oh, that's okay. I don't really want one, Grandpa.
I'll take it.
You're a freaking diabetic.
Just give it to me.
Yeah, that's true. Kirsten, convince her to make up with Josephine because she's driving me crazy in this house. She eats half the day and cleans the rest. She organized my workbench, and I can't find half my tools.
That room was a mess. I don't want that. Ace, here you go.
It was my mess. Now it's yours. Go play cards with Josephine. I have things to do. She won't let me pull the car in here and change the oil.
I told you, do it outside. I don't want the carpet to smell like a car.
Carl sits in a resin chair downstage left.
Dad, why don't you just take it to Delta Sonic?
I am not going to pay someone $30 for something I can do in 10 minutes for 15 bucks. It's a waste of money. Where's Brian?
He had to work today. I guess a bunch of the younger kids called in sick because they were at that concert downtown last night.
They're paramedics. How can they call in sick like that?
I don't know. Different generation, I guess. I'm out.
Oh, damn it. I just needed one card.
Grandpa, do you want to play Come and Push with us?
No, honey, I'm going to read the paper. You have fun.
It'd be more fun if you played.
Fun? I don't think so. He has no idea how to play this damn game. And I don't think he wants to learn either. Let him read the paper. And he can go get us pizza later.
We just ate, Barbara. For God's sake, you're a diabetic.
Oh, leave me alone. Okay, this hand is a run of 7, set of 3.
Oh, I hate this one.
Oh, shit, I have to go to the bathroom. It's the water pill. Put your cards down. I'll be right back. And no peeking. Emma, you keep an eye on her.
Barbara leaves stage right to the house.
Emma, can you go in the house? I need to talk to Grandpa for a minute.
Okay. Grandpa, can I have a Coke?
They're in the fridge downstairs, sweetie. Help yourself.
Emma leaves stage right to the house. Carl stares at Kirsten for a minute. She busily arranges her cards and appears obviously nervous.
You going to play with those cards all day or tell me what you have to tell me? She'll be back in a minute.
Dad, we're going to be moving.
They're quiet for a minute.
Far away, I take it, or you wouldn't be so nervous.
To New York?
Wow, that's pretty far.
Well, you know that Brian is from Long Island and he's been wanting to get back to the city for a while. Anyway, he got a real good job. He's going to be working for the fire department in Manhattan. It pays a lot more than the ambulance and the benefits are great.
Where will you live? That's a pretty expensive city.
Well, the firemen are required to live in the city. I know it's pricey, but we found a nice apartment in Queens by LaGuardia. 2 bedrooms, 3rd floor, right by a park. The neighborhood seems nice. Of course, we'll send Emma to a Catholic school. There's a nice one right around the corner.
Yeah, well, even though he doesn't make as much here, it's a lot cheaper to live in Buffalo. And the schools are good, and you have a backyard and a garage.
I'm gonna miss it here, Dad, but I have to go. This kind of opportunity for him may never come again. He'll be working Midtown, Engine 54. It's right in the middle of everything.
Well, it sounds like it's a done deal.
It kind of is.
I hate the city.
I know. I'm sorry. But we'll be living right by the airport. You can get off the plane and practically step into our building.
Why can't he just work for Chevy? I can get him in, you know that. It's good pay, good hours. I raised my family very well on that. I don't understand how he thinks. He's making next to nothing, but that's all he wants to do is drive around in that ambulance.
You know he wants to be a fireman. It's all he's ever talked about. His best friend from college is working in the same fire company. He was able to get him in. It's like a dream come true for him, Dad.
I don't know. When I was younger, man took a job and worked for the same place his whole life. He bought a house with a yard and sent his kids to a school in a nice community. He didn't move all over the place, especially to New York. It's not good for a family.
Those days are over, Dad. There are no jobs like that anymore. And didn't Chevy just lay off? I can't worry about that. The fire department is good, steady work.
But it's dangerous.
It's Manhattan. All the buildings are made of steel and glass. They don't burn.
What am I going to do with this season ticket?
Maybe Uncle Jerry would want it. He likes the Bills.
Jerry's a pain in the ass. He doesn't drink beer and he hates noise. What the hell is he going to do at a football game?
I don't know. Maybe Mr. Sal next door would want it. You like him.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, Dad.
When are you going?
August 15th. He starts orientation on the 20th.
That's a month from now. Are you ready? You have to pack. Do you have boxes?
We are almost all packed. We're ready.
When are you going to tell your mother?
I don't know. What do you think?
I'll tell her.
No, I can tell her. I don't want to put that on you.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll figure something out.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, just pray for me to the Lord our God.
Kristen laughs quietly and exits stage right. Carl stands up thoughtfully musing what he had just heard. He goes to the table and grabs a handful of chocolates and shoves them in his pocket, and he exits stage right. Lights. Scene 2, a week later. The garage is filling with smoke from the rear door, which is open. Barbara enters from stage right with a tray of plates, cups, etc.
Carl, what the hell are you doing?
Everything's fine. The chicken flamed up a little bit.
I can't breathe, and Emma's got asthma, for God's sakes.
Don't worry about it.
Shut the damn grill off and make it in the oven. This is ridiculous.
It's under control.
Barbara sets the table and the smoke slows and then stops, entering from the rear door.
Everything's fine. The chicken is almost done. Only a few pieces got burned. The rest looks fine. 10 more minutes.
He grabs some grill utensils on the shelf, stage right.
That's what you said 10 minutes ago.
You can't rush poultry.
They are going to be here in a minute, and this garage smells like a burnt offering.
She starts spraying Febreze copiously. While exiting the rear door, Carl.
Stop exaggerating. Everybody loves the smell of barbecue chicken.
Barbecued, not cremated.
The phone rings. Barbara picks up the cell phone on the shelf, stage right.
Hello? Oh, hi, Brian. Is she okay? Oh, well, I'm a little disappointed. Oh, but take her to the doctor. And if she feels better, come over later. Okay. Do you want Dad to bring you some chicken? Are you sure? He can bring it later. Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
Carl enters through the rear door.
10 more minutes for the chicken. When are they coming?
They're not. Emma is sick. They're going to take her to a doctor.
Is she okay?
He says the inhalers aren't working today and she's wheezing. It's the damn allergies. Those cottonwood trees are driving me crazy and I don't even have asthma. That fuzz is getting on everything.
Do they want me to bring them some chicken?
Well, Brian said he'd call when they get home from the doctor and come get some. They don't know how long it'll be.
They should go to the ER.
Oh, God, no. They'd be gone all day.
Not for breathing problems. They take them first.
Well, anyway, it's just you and me.
Off stage.
Hey, Carl, you got any schnapps?
Son of a bitch.
Hey, Sal, hang on. I got some.
Exit stage right. Barbara takes everything back off the table and back onto the tray. Enter Carl and Sal, stage right. Sal is in shorts with no shirt, sandals, and socks.
Hey, Barbie, how you doing?
He crosses to her and gives her a kiss.
Sal, what a surprise. You want a beer?
Yeah, give me a beer, honey. Carl, you got it good here. The last time JoJo asked me if I wanted a beer was 1978.
Yeah, well, it doesn't happen all the time.
It doesn't happen for me at all. What the hell is that smell?
Burnt chicken.
No, that chemical smell. Smells like douche.
Douche? Good God, it's Febreze.
She rolls her eyes and puts the Febreze on the shelf, exits stage right.
Well, it smells like shit. Anyway, I need some schnapps. You got any I can borrow?
I think I have some in the basement. I'll check.
Oh, and when you're down there, grab your hedge trimmer. JoJo says if I don't cut the bushes, she's not making dinner today.
Carl exits. Barbara enters stage right with a beer.
You want a glass?
No, I'm not fancy. Thanks, honey. I'm thirsty. She's got me doing all kinds of shit outside today.
Oh, tell Josephine I said hello.
I ain't telling her nothing. Every time I open my mouth, I get another job to do.
How's your daughter, Elena?
I don't know. She talks to her mother. Okay, I guess. She hasn't asked me for money in a while. She's talking about going to Europe with the college. She hasn't told me how much that's gonna set me back, but I'll bet it's plenty.
What about Sal Jr.?
He's doing okay. Working for my brother's limousine company. Got a place in the city. He's smart, see? Didn't get messed up with girls. Just as his buddy Lucas. The two of them live in that apartment and don't let women mess things up. They do everything together. Guess they're going to climb mountains in Canada or something in a couple weeks. How's Kirsten doing? I hear she's moving.
No, she's not moving.
There she is. I heard her a few days ago.
Sal, she's not moving. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Do you think I wouldn't know if my own daughter was moving?
Carl enters stage right with a bottle of schnapps and hedge trimmer, hears the conversation and stops cold.
Well, guess I heard wrong. Elena told her mother Kirsten was moving to New York. Brian got a job in the fire department or something.
No, she got that mixed up with someone else. They are not moving.
Oh, thanks, Carl. Perfect. I'll bring it back tonight. See you later, Bobby.
He exits stage right, and Barbara resumes cleaning up. Carl stays affixed to the spot.
Are you gonna check on that chicken, or are we giving up?
Yeah, I'll check on it.
He doesn't move.
What? Go check on it before it burns worse.
Barb,
What?
I forgot to tell you something.
What? About the chicken?
No,
What? What? Speak.
Kirsten and Brian are moving.
Silence. Both stand staring at each other.
I should have told you earlier.
This is how the mother finds out? I had to find out from Sal?
I'm sorry.
I had to find out from Sal. Everybody's in on the secret except the idiot mother. I find out from the drunken asshole next door.
No, it's not like that. They're going to New York. Brian's got a good job with the fire department.
When are they leaving, or is that a secret too?
August 15th.
That's less than a month.
I should have told you.
Brian should have told me. Kirsten should have told me, not you. I feel like a damn idiot.
You're not an idiot. We just knew you'd be upset.
Upset? Upset? When am I going to see Emma? When am I going to play cards? We keep that pool in the backyard for them. What about holidays? Carl, they're leaving us.
She sits, crying. He rolls his eyes, shrugs, and says,
Well, you still got me.
Oh, really? Do I? Or did you forget to tell me you joined the army? Carl, you should have told me. Oh, my God. My God, this is so typical of you, damn it. Why the hell would you hide this from me? You've been walking around here, putting around your crap and keeping this whole thing secret? What in God's name is my purpose here if you pull shit like this?
We'll go see them. Don't worry. We can take the train. 10 hours. I checked.
You checked? You're checking train schedules and I'm sitting here like an asshole thinking everything's fine. This is ridiculous. Running to that filthy half-cocked city without discussing it with us, without realizing that it just isn't about them, that there are other people affected by this crazy decision.
They got a nice place in Queens. Emma's going to a Catholic school.
You know what? Shut up. Just shut up.
Oh, I'll go check the chicken.
He exits the rear door, lights. Scene 3. 10 days before the move, Sal, Brian, and Carl are sitting at the table, each holding a beer. Where's Jacqueline?
Sorry, my kids were being loud.
That's okay.
My pension is okay, but it's not like yours is gonna be. But they keep playing with the pensions, and you never know what you're gonna end up with. As long as I can buy beer, right, Carl?
Never really thought about a pension, you know, my age.
You don't usually think about retiring until it's too damn late to do anything about it. Then you have to rely on Social Security, which is a crapshoot these days. For you and Kirsten, who knows if there will be any money left.
I'm not leaving anything. I'm going down broke in a cardboard box and a smile on my face.
Pause, they drink.
So where you working in the city?
Ladder number 3 in Manhattan.
Manhattan. I've been there a few times. Great bars. Sal Jr. went to school in Manhattan for a year. He dropped out, thank God. That tuition was fucking ridiculous.
They pause and they have another drink.
Mr. Sal, you still have that 2-wheel cart? I could use it loading the truck.
Yeah, no problem, Brian. You need to take it to New York? Give me a reason to visit my sister.
Nah, just here. The guys at the firehouse said they'd have one there if I need it. They're making the move pretty easy, really.
How's Barbie taking all this?
Well, she stopped crying a couple of days ago, but now she's slamming everything. Doors, windows, my dinner on the table.
I'm sorry, Dad. Kirsten's upset about all this, too.
And don't apologize. This is what I got.
I thought she was getting better.
I thought so about 20 years ago, but I gave up on that.
Amen. Thank you and good night, Irene.
They pause and take a drink.
Kirsten is hard to read on this, too. She's packing pretty much on her own, but I'm not allowed to speak when she's doing it. So I watch her because everything I pack, I put in the wrong box. And she just seems irritated all the time.
That's what the garage is for, Kimasabi. Am I right, Carl?
You have to keep trying, though, Brian. If you don't, be blamed for everything she forgets.
Kirsten enters stage right with a tray of food.
Sandwiches are ready.
Thank you, sweetheart. Let me give you a hand with that.
Just sit down.
She slams the tray on the table.
Thanks, Kirsten, sweetie. It looks great.
I don't see any Swiss cheese on the tray. Did you forget it?
We don't need any Swiss cheese, honey. This is perfect.
Fine. I'll get the Swiss cheese.
I'm sorry.
Nice work, Einstein.
This is a fragile time with the women, Brian. You don't ask for anything. You don't see it, get it. But quietly. Don't let her see you, or else they'll get pissed that you don't like what they prepared. It's a process. Very careful process. You need to play by the rules.
Kirsten enters stage right, walks over to the table, slams the cheese down, and exits stage right.
Okay. Sorry.
The men get up and start to make sandwiches.
You got any chips, Carl?
Go to the store and get them, Sal. I'm not going in there.
Cell phone rings.
Hello? Yeah, baby, I'm at Carl's. No, I'm not drinking. I'm having some lunch. Oh, shit, I forgot. Tell her not to be mad. Damn it. Okay, I'm coming. I forgot my wife's sister and her kids are over. I gotta go. She's pissed already.
Take a sandwich.
Okay, thanks.
Grabs 2 and exits stage right. Re-enters, takes his beer, and leaves again.
I feel pretty bad about the whole thing. I'm sorry they're pissed.
Who, the girls? Don't worry about it. They like being pissed. If it wasn't this, it would have been something else.
Sometimes I think I know what to say and things are good. Then I say something wrong and I don't even know what's wrong and she's pissed. She's hard to read.
She's like her mom.
How do you, I don't know. I feel like I'm saying I'm sorry all day.
I'm not good at giving advice.
Yes, you are. You're awesome at giving advice.
Not about women. I met your mother-in-law when I was 19. She was 18. We were married a year later. I never had a serious relationship with another woman before that. I was married at 20, had a full-time job, and suddenly I was an adult. I don't know anything else. Every day I get out of bed, look at her lying there with her teeth in a cup and think, okay, this is what I got. I make a decision to love her, be faithful, and take care of her. It's a decision I've been making it every morning for 35 years. And no matter what I do, I think about her. What does she think of this? Would she like that? What does she need from the store? And I love her. And when she gets on my nerves, I got beer in the basement.
Yeah, thanks.
Ladder number 3 in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Dangerous? You have a family.
Nah, the buildings are all glass and steel, Dad. Safer than Buffalo.
Good.
Lights. Scene 4. It's the day before the move. Kirsten, Barbara, and Emma are at the table playing cards, and the mood is tense.
My new school is Immaculate Conception. I talked to the teacher on the phone. She seems really nice. The 8th grade has way more kids than my new school.
Well, New York has a lot of people.
I can't wait to meet the kids. I'm a little nervous though.
Well, new places are hard.
You'll be fine, sweetie. You'll make friends in no time. Right, Mom?
I hope so.
Barbara and Kirsten stare at each other for a moment.
What hand is this?
A run of 4 and 3 sets of 3.
This is a hard one. My hands aren't big enough.
Well, send some my way. I got a lousy hand. So, what time are you leaving tomorrow?
Brian is leaving with the truck at 6 in the morning with his brother, but Em and I don't have a flight until 5 o'clock, so they should get there before we do. The real estate agent's coming to get the keys at 3 o'clock, so I'm going to do some last minute cleaning before we go. My sister-in-law's coming over at 1 to help me finish up.
Well, that's nice of her. Seeing as you two don't get along all that well.
Oh, no, we're okay. I think the move softened both of us. I'll miss her. Brian has some old friends coming to help unload the truck in New York.
I wish you would ask me. I could have come to help.
No, Mom, we're okay. I didn't want to bother you. I know it's going to be a tough day for you.
They play
For
cards.
all of us.
They play cards in silence. Emma is looking back and forth at the adults. It's tense.
Emma, go talk to Grandpa for a minute. I need to talk to your mom.
Emma looks at Kirsten, who nods, and Emma exits stage right.
Grandpa, where are you?
I just feel like this is wrong. I don't like this. Your dad says it's the best thing for you, that Brian is all set for life and that you'll be fine in the big city, but I worry. What will you do in that city? Is your apartment even big enough? Where will you shop? Is the kitchen big enough? I worry about a million things, and you seem so sure of everything.
We're going to be okay, Mom. I know this sucks for you, but we're going to be okay.
But I'm not. I am not okay. I'm sitting here in my garage day after day feeling sorry for myself because Josephine won't talk to me, and Dad is Dad. He just drinks beer and reads the paper, and I swear that damn lawn is more important to him than me. And you're taking my only grandchild away from me. So I sit here like a dummy and I watch Judge Judy and diners and drive-ins and dives thinking how everything is falling apart.
I'm sorry.
Your dad would never do this to me. He would never make me move away from my family. Family is so important, for God's sakes. It's all we have. Why is he doing this? Is his career more important than his family? I just don't like it. It's all mixed up. I was raised to believe that family always comes first, more than jobs, more than friends, more than anything. And I raised you that way too. And here we are playing cards like idiots when everything we know is changing in one damn day. You are my daughter. You're my baby. And you're supposed to be here for me when I age, to help and to keep a list of my medications and help with your father. I need you.
Mom, you taught me to be a good wife to my husband. He is my family. He and Emma are my family, and if he needs to take this job, I have to go.
But what about me? I am your family too.
He's my husband, Mom. I have to go.
Silent pause. Barb, sniffling, blows her nose in an obnoxious way.
Mom, I'm not leaving you. I'm going with my husband. There's a difference. Can't you see that?
No, my dear, I can't. Maybe I'm stupid, but I can't. And I will worry every single day and I will hate every minute. I will be sitting here wondering if you're okay. If Emma can breathe in that filthy city. If you're getting mugged on the subway. And I'll sit here watching your father do nothing, waiting for the phone to ring because I don't have a daughter around. But I'll stop now. I'll just stop. I just stop.
I'm sorry.
No, stop saying you're sorry. It makes me feel pitiful.
You are pitiful, Mom.
Yeah, I guess I am. Well, if you need anything, you just call. Your dad and I are home every single day. We can leave at a moment's notice.
I will, Mom.
No, you won't. And I'm going to tell you something. Years ago, when your grandmother came from Poland, she was 18 years old. She never saw her family again. But she married your grandfather, built a family, got a job, and she worked hard. And I didn't see much of them because they were always working. My father was a drinker. Yeah, and when he was around, it wasn't very pleasant anyway, but I always knew I wanted different. I wanted a family that stayed together, that loved each other and supported one another. But I guess what I want doesn't matter. You're going to do what you have to do, and I get that, but I don't like it. But that's the last thing I'm going to say about it.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is. What do you know?
Kirsten stands and walks to Barbara. Barb stands, they embrace, and they go back to their places at the table.
Emma, you can come back.
Emma and Carl come out instantly, looking pensive.
You were listening, Carl.
No, I wasn't.
I could smell Old Spice and beer. You were listening.
You're crazy.
Emma, come on. Let's get this game going.
What hand is it?
3 runs of 4.
She deals.
Oh, God, I hate this hand.
Lights. Scene 5, late August, after the move. Carl is stacking chairs, folding up the table, and Barb enters stage right.
I still think it's too early to pack up the summer stuff. Haven't you heard about that global warming thing? Buffalo is supposed to be like Miami.
We told you I need to get the car in here and do some work.
Well, just be careful with everything on the shelves. Last year, you threw it all in a box and my lighthouses were all broken.
I'll buy you new lighthouses.
Do you want a beer?
I'll get it.
I'll get it. I have to go empty the dryer anyway.
She exits stage right, and the phone rings. Yelling.
I got it. Hello? Oh, hi, Emma. No, I'm just cleaning the garage. Yeah, time to put the summer stuff away. Yeah, I heard of global warming. Grandma's fine. She's doing the laundry, but she'll be up in a minute. You want to talk to her? Oh, that's great. Well, you have fun. Tell Mom and Dad I miss them. Okay, sweetie. I love you. Bye-bye.
Barbara enters stage right.
Who was it?
Emma.
Oh, you hung up already? I wanted to talk to her.
She had to go. Kristen was taking her to a new dance school.
Oh, that's too bad.
She says it's a nice school.
No, I mean, it's too bad she couldn't talk.
Oh, yeah.
And Carl goes back to packing up the summer items. Barbara stands looking at him, but thinking.
Maybe we should sell all this stuff.
Why? What would we sit on?
I haven't felt like sitting out here anyway.
It's been chilly.
Yeah.
I have to put chlorine in the pool.
Carl
I've been thinking we should get rid of the pool.
Carl stops and looks at Barbara.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe make things a little easier for ourselves, right? I bet I could get Sal to help me take it apart. I'll sell it or something.
Right. I think that would be good.
Yeah, good. I'll plant some grass. In a few weeks, you won't even know it was there.
Good.
You want to go get something to eat?
No, I'm not hungry.
Okay. Well, let me know if you get hungry.
Barbara sits and then gets the phone.
Josephine? Hi, it's Barb. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's been gone a few weeks now. I miss her a lot. I miss you too, Jojo. Why don't you come over for a cup of coffee? That would be great. See you at 7.
Lights. Scene 6, 7 p.m. Barbara and Josephine are sitting at the garage drinking coffee. They are not speaking to each other. They appear uncomfortable, but in different ways. Barb looks guilty. Joanne looks like she's waiting for Barbara to apologize, but doesn't necessarily expect it. There's a succession of noises, spoons and cups as they stir their coffee, cups being placed on the table, sips, coughs. Josephine is getting more annoyed and grabs her cup, puts it to her mouth with gusto, and accidentally spills some on her chest.
Shit.
What's the matter?
I spilled the damn coffee. Damn it. I just bought this blouse.
Let me get you a towel. Here. You want me to get the club soda?
No, I'll just throw it in the wash right away. I'll spray it with that crap I bought from TV.
Does it work?
About as good as the sham wow I bought, which means not so much.
You shouldn't buy from the TV. It's all garbage. In Good Housekeeping, they say that.
Thanks for the advice, Barb. Next time I feel the urge to order something, I'll check your damn Good Housekeeping magazine.
I'm sorry.
Really? For everything?
Yes.
Good enough. Let's play cards.
Barb smiles and reaches across the table, grabs Jojo's hand, and they have a moment, and then Barb gets the cards, shuffles, deals during the following conversation.
So, how is Kirsten doing?
I don't know. She says she's happy. She loves the city, the apartment's nice, blah, blah, blah. But I know my daughter. She's miserable.
I bet she is. Sal's sister lives in Queens. She's a train wreck. The city does that to a person.
Well, I worry.
Why don't you go see them?
I tried. Believe me. I said, Carl, let's go. And he says, not yet. Give him space. Let them get things set up. I almost drove there myself last week, but I have no idea how to get there.
Oh, to hell with the space. That's your family, your daughter and granddaughter. Tell Carl to take you. The hell does he have to do anyway? Swear to God, our husbands don't do a damn thing since they retired except drink beer and watch TV.
I don't know. I can't talk to him. He's always in here puttering around, and when I come out, he goes in the shed or he goes to the basement. He doesn't talk to me. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
That's why I told Elena to live her life. Don't get married. She's going to Paris, you know. Yeah, a school trip for a month. I wanted to go there my whole life. I never did, and I regret that.
I never went to college. I wish I did.
Let me tell you, these college kids are doing things I never dreamed of. They have the world at their fingertips.
Why didn't you go?
One word. One fat, lazy, drunken word. Sal.
I got accepted at the Rhode Island School of Design.
Oh, you never told me that.
I know. I try not to think about it.
What were you going to study?
Textiles.
You mean like fashions?
Well, something like that, but more on how to make the cloth, you know? The weave, the design, the different fabrics. My neighbor growing up had a loom in her basement, and she brought it from Poland. God knows how. And she used to weave her own clothing. She taught me how to use it. She didn't have any daughters, and her husband died years before, and I think she wanted to teach someone, anyone who thought it was worthwhile. And she used to make the most beautiful fabrics. And she let me work on that thing for hours and hours, and my mother and father were never home, and God knows when they were, it was no picnic. So anyway, she was a good teacher, and I got hooked. And when I told my teachers at school, my art teacher helped me apply to college, and I had to send samples of the fabrics I designed, but I didn't have any money, so my art teacher paid for it all. I guess they like what they saw because I got a full scholarship.
I didn't know all of this. A full scholarship? That's incredible.
Yeah, well, I don't think I really understood that back then. I didn't know anyone who went to college, and I was dating Carl at the time, and he didn't seem to think it was a big deal, so I didn't go.
You're crazy.
No, I was just lonely. Carl was everything I never had. He paid attention to me. He took me places, gave me gifts, made me feel wanted. I never had that, you know? Not from my mother and father anyway, so that was my priority. And then we got married, bought a house, had Kirsten, and I just didn't think about it anymore, but I do now.
Why now?
Because I did what I was supposed to do. I got married, I kept a house, I took care of my husband and a daughter, and now he doesn't talk to me, and my daughter is in New York, and I think to myself, what if, right? What if I went to school? Where would I be now? What would I be now? I think about what I gave up. That's stupid. I gained more than I ever gave up, right? I have an amazing daughter, a home I am proud of, and a marriage that has stood the test of time. I'm blessed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But the thing is, I did this. I chose this. I chose to give and to give and to give and to give, and I didn't give one thought to what could have been until it was too damn late and I was too damn tired. Do you know what happened to that loom? That loom that my neighbor took apart and put back together again after lugging it over the ocean? When she died, the bank sold the house, and the guy who bought the place, he broke it into pieces and put it at the curb. And that amazing machine that created beautiful fabrics for generations was shoved in a garbage truck and hauled to a dump.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. Can we play cards? Let's just play some cards.
You're a good wife and mother, Barb. You really are.
I know I am.
Game resumes. Scene 7. The garage is empty of furniture. There's a lawnmower in the middle of the floor and it's on its side. The blade is on the floor. Carl is on the floor scraping the inside of the lawnmower with a putty knife. There's a can of WD-40 on the floor nearby, and as he scrapes the lawnmower, he injures himself and swears unintelligibly. In the background, you can hear the news on the radio from the house. It's audible, but the words are not discernible. It's background noise.
Barb! Shit, Barb!
What?
Bring me a Band-Aid, will you please? God,
what size?
I don't know what size. A freaking Band-Aid.
I have large, medium, and small knee bandages, finger bandages. I mean, for God's sakes, what the hell do you want?
Holy shit, I don't know. The medium.
What'd you do?
I cut my finger with the putty knife.
Do you want the triple antibiotic cream, iodine, or Bactine?
Never mind. I bled to death while I was waiting for the freaking Band-Aid.
You are so dramatic.
Carl gets up and wipes his finger off with a dirty hand towel he finds on the shelf. And Barb
Here, I brought the triple antibiotic. Come here, let me see. Oh, dear Jesus, go wash this damn thing before you go septic. Mother of God, how are you still alive being so careless?
It's fine. Just give me the Band-Aid.
You can't just put a Band-Aid on that. It's filthy. You'll get an infection. You know, Sal's brother Gino cut himself like that, and the idiot put duct tape on it without washing it for a week. It was all itchy, so he took it off. And you know what was in there?
Maggots.
How did you know that?
You tend to repeat yourself. I'll wash it when I'm done.
Well, here, I warned you.
She exits stage right. Carl looks at his finger, wipes it again with the dirty towel, and puts on the Band-Aid. He sits back down and begins working on the lawnmower again, muttering about maggots and infection.
Maggot got an infection.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Carl? Oh, sweet Jesus. Carl!
What's the problem?
Carl, come in here. Oh, my God.
I'm fixing the lawnmower, I told you. I'll wash it when I'm done.
Oh, my God. We've got to call Kirsten to see if they're okay.
Why? What's going on?
He looks up from the lawnmower, finally realizing that something is happening.
Carl, the world is going crazy. Oh, my God.
What the hell are you talking about?
He
Barbara, what's going on?
Audio plays as the lights dim and Carl exits stage right into the house. It is a newscast describing the plane hitting the second tower on 9/11. The newscaster describes the scene for a few minutes. The phone rings twice and then stops, and then we fade to black. End of Act 1.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah, let's take a quick 5.
Thank you, 5.
Thank you, 5.
Oh, I missed that. All right, and then we'll resume with Act 2.
All right, so 7:28.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
7:28.
right. I see Tammy. I think Jacqueline still stepped away. Mary, are you still there?
Sorry.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's go. Act 2, Scene 1, Spring 2002. It's in the garage. It has been rearranged. There's still a snowblower and shovels, but lawn furniture is being stacked, and there is a rolled up green indoor-outdoor carpet leaning against the wall. Carl enters from the rear, takes the shovels, and exits rear. Emma is standing stage left, down with her hands in her spring jacket pockets. She's wearing a knit cap. It is clearly still a little cold outside. She pulls out a Nokia cell phone and begins texting. And Carl re-enters.
Hey, sweetie, can you put the rock salt in the shed?
Yep.
She struggles because it's heavy.
Is that too heavy, sweetheart?
I'm fine.
She exits the rear. He walks over to the snowblower and takes the cap off the gas tank and looks in the tank. Satisfied that there's little to no gas, he replaces the cap and rolls the machine to the back door, and Barbara enters stage right.
Where's Emma?
She's putting something in the shed for me.
Oh, don't work her too hard. You used to make your daughter work her entire Saturday in the garage. It wasn't fair. All the kids were outside playing and she was handing you a monkey wrench. How is she?
Who?
Cheetah Rivera. Who the hell do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know. She seemed okay. Why? Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. I just worry about her. She's on that phone all the time. She used to talk to me more, and she barely eats anything. I just worry.
Carl begins to push the snowblower out the rear door.
Can you just stop for a second, please?
I want to get this done before dark. What do you want?
I want to talk about this. I want to hear what you think. I want to know if you're worried. I want you to say something to me, because since Kirsten and Emma moved back here in March, this place has been silent. I can't stand that. How am I supposed to know what everyone is thinking if nobody says a word?
Carl leaves the snowblower half in and half out of the door and turns to Barbara.
Barb, you just got to give them some space. They've been through a lot. Not everyone talks out their problems.
Yeah, he says that like I don't know that. I know that. Kirsten takes after you.
She's got a lot on her plate. Her husband is gone. She's back in Buffalo. She didn't expect that. She's subbing all over the place. She's looking for an apartment, trying to keep Emma up in school. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I know that. But we don't even know what happened to him. We need closure. She needs to talk about him. It's like he never existed. It's been 8 months since the towers fell. She's got to deal with this.
When she's ready, she'll talk.
Grandpa, can I get in?
Oh, yeah, sweetie. Sorry, I was talking to your grandma.
Carl pushes the snowblower out and exits. Emma enters.
You look tired, sweetie. Do you need to take a break?
I'm okay. It was just heavy.
What was heavy?
The bag of rock salt.
Your grandfather made you carry that bag of rock salt? Is he crazy? Carl? Are you okay, sweetie? She's gonna get a damn hernia.
I'm okay. Everything is fine.
Do you want to play cards when your mom gets home?
Sure.
Emma, are you okay? I mean, is there anything you need?
Emma shakes her head no and returns to the phone. Carl re-enters.
All right, let's get the rest.
I am literally going to kick your ass for making that girl carry the rock salt to the shed.
Grandma, I told you it was no big deal. Oh my God.
Emma runs into the house. Carl and Barbara look at each other.
It was no big deal.
Shut up.
She goes in the house. Carl walks over to the shelf and turns on the radio. He gets a broom and he sweeps up the garage while country music plays quietly, and he keeps himself busy for a moment or two. The phone rings.
Hello? Oh, hey, Sal, what's going on? Nah, just cleaning the garage. Yeah, I got a few in the fridge. Yeah, that's fine. No, she's in the house trying to talk to Emma. I think I have a half a bag of weed and feed. Go ahead. I'll probably get a new bag in a few days anyway. Okay, see you soon. Hey, Sam, before you go, does Sal Jr. have any more of, you know, yeah, I hate to ask. When you come over, we'll smoke it in the shed. She'll never know. Yeah, well, it's been a little stressful around here. Okay, not a word. Thanks.
He looks toward the house door, sees he's alone, and pulls out a beer from a box on the shelf, and opens a lawn chair and sits to drink his beer. Kirsten enters, standing at the house door for a moment, smiles, arms crossed.
Hey, Dad.
Oh, shit.
He almost spills his beer.
Don't worry, you're safe with me. Is there another one squirreled away somewhere in here?
He looks shocked and then realizes it's useless.
In the box marked snowblower parts.
So, Mom's freaking out in there. She thinks my daughter is damaged. That's the word she used. Made my freaking day.
Yeah, well, she's not a great communicator.
I want to explain what happened.
You don't have to do that. Sal's coming over and...
No, I do. I need to put this to rest. I can't stand the tension around here. I want to be relaxed again.
I don't know if I can help you with that.
Dad, come on. Please, listen to me.
Okay.
Mom's in there freaking out, and I don't know how to even answer all the questions she's asking. It's like everything's my fault. And I need to be reminded of that over and over and over again.
No, that's not true. We're just...
Dad, don't. Just don't. This is real, Dad. It's real. You can change the subject, defend her, go to the shed and pretend you're fixing a freaking lawnmower, whatever bullshit you've been pulling.
Emma, what the hell?
Dad, please, just listen. My daughter is not screwed up. She's a freaking teenager. Less than a year ago, she was moving to New York. She had a mother and a father. She was trying to adjust to a new neighborhood, a new school, new friends, and now she's living with Mom, has no privacy, no father, and her negligent mother can't afford to get a damn apartment. She's hearing Mom complain, and she's seeing the side of her that we all know, but she didn't know. She just needs privacy. She needs Mom to stop hovering and expecting her to, I don't know, break down or something. Half of this is just typical teenage stuff. I didn't want it to end up this way, God knows. But it is what it is.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
You should talk about this with your mother.
I'm talking about it with you, Dad. When I talk to Mom, I don't know, you can see her thinking about what to say next. I can tell she's not listening. Do you remember when I was in college and I would talk to you about my problems? What I wanted to be, about my boyfriend issues, what courses to take? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. And I never knew what the hell to tell you. I'm not smart. I didn't go to college. I have no idea what to say.
I know. That's why I called you. You didn't say anything. You listened to me. I just needed to be heard.
Lights. Scene 2, September 2002. The garage is back to summer decor. Emma, Kirsten, and Barbara are playing cards. There's playful banter. On one end of the table are hot dog buns, ketchup, mustard, napkins, cups of iced tea. Carl enters from the rear with a plate of hot dogs.
Hot dogs are ready.
Oh, thank God I'm starving.
The ladies lay their cards down, don't peek, etc. They go to the food and prepare their plates.
How's the new school, Emma?
It's okay.
Well, it's only been a week, right? How would she even know? Give it time, sweetheart. It's a good school.
I know.
Hey, did the landlord fix that faucet in the bathroom for you? I can come do it.
He's there today, as a matter of fact. He showed up at 8 a.m., which was completely unexpected.
Good. That leak is going to ruin the vanity. It's that cheapo particle board crap. You should have put in something more substantial in that bathroom.
It should be fixed by the time we get home.
They all get back to their seats and the game resumes.
What hand is this?
A run of 4 and 2 sets of 3.
Brian enters stage right.
Hi.
Everyone looks up except Kirsten, who puts her head down. Shocked silence.
What are you doing here?
Mom, don't.
This is my house. Who invited him?
Mom, stop it.
I want to see my daughter.
Really? You want to see your daughter? Now? A year later? Well, Father of the Year, there she is. Now get the hell out.
Barbara, shut the hell up.
Barbara looks at Carl, shocked, and there's a moment of silence.
Hi, Emma. I'm sorry it took so long to come see you.
I don't want to see you.
She gets up and sits in a chair near Carl.
I wanted to apologize for what happened.
Dad, what the fuck? Go away. Why are you here? You ruined my life. You ruined all of our lives. I don't want to see you. I don't want to know you. Just leave me alone.
She exits to the house.
Well, that went well.
I'm sorry. I should have called ahead.
Yes, you should have, Brian. This is not good.
I know. I miss you both.
Really? You miss us. That's just so fucking touching.
I do miss you, both of you.
You miss us. You know what? I miss us too. I miss the family we were before you fucked it up. I miss my life. I miss the job I had before you uprooted us to New York City. I miss my house, my friends. I miss having a daughter that spoke to me, but that's all gone now.
Well, I'm going to get a beer.
Sit down, Dad. I need a real man right now, a man who sticks by his family, a man who is loyal to his wife. You're the only one here who fits that description.
Yeah, okay, I'll stay. You want a beer, Brian?
Jesus!
Thanks, Dad. No.
Don't call him Dad. He's not your dad.
I really hoped we could talk in private.
Well, that's too bad.
I want to explain what happened on that day.
I know what happened on that day. I know exactly what happened on that day. You got up out of bed in the morning, put on your uniform, and went to work. I walked our daughter to the school she hated and went back to our shitty little apartment and started looking for a job because even with the great salary you told me you'd be making in your freaking dream job, we still couldn't afford to live. Then I see smoke coming out of Manhattan. I turned on the TV and I hear about the fucking towers and I panicked. All morning I watched it on TV, crying, sobbing. I ran to MM's school and I brought her right home. The teachers were all praying for you because your fire company was out there. I called your cell phone over and over, then gave up. I thought, I shouldn't distract him. He needs to do what he needs to do. Then the towers collapsed, and your daughter and I sat there holding each other and sobbing. The neighbors across the hall came over to see if we were okay because we were screaming and crying. The whole fucking building came to see if we were okay. And you know what? We weren't. We thought you were dead. The news said Ladder 3 was hit hard and there were firemen missing. But you weren't dead. No, you weren't even there. You know how I found out? Your fucking chief called to tell you to come to work. He called because your brother firemen were dead and they needed you to help, but you weren't there to help because you were in Jersey City. You weren't at work because you were in Jersey City in bed with your old high school girlfriend. You lied to me, put on your pathetic uniform, and went to Jersey City to fuck your girlfriend. And you left us alone. You left your whole fire company alone, and you destroyed our lives. That's what happened on that day.
She turns to Carl and Barbara.
That's what happened on that day, Mom. That's the horrible story you've been begging me to tell you since I got back. Now you know.
She stands there quietly crying with her arms folded and then turns away to the wall.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, son of a bitch.
This was a mistake.
Goodbye.
He pauses and then leaves.
Why didn't you tell me?
You know why? I was humiliated. I was mortified. I wish he died that day. It would have been so much easier. Do you know how humiliating it was every time someone in my building asked about him? Every time Emma's teacher asked about him? I lied. I said he survived, but he was in the hospital injured. We got cards. We got meals delivered by our neighbors. I couldn't take it anymore. We just left. I left it all and came home. I packed up our clothes, loaded the car, and we came here. I covered it up and pushed it away. That's what we do here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma runs into the house and Kirsten follows. There's silence.
You want a beer?
Barbara gets up and goes in the house, lights. Scene 3, same day, an hour later. Sal and Carl are sitting center stage in a pair of lawn chairs. Each has a beer.
Where are the girls?
They scattered. Him and Kirsten went home and Barb is at Wegmans. I don't know what the hell for.
Will she be back soon?
No, she's upset. She'll be gone for a while.
Good.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a plastic bag and a lighter. There are 2 joints in the bag. He takes one out and lights it and hands it to Carl and then lights the other, and they each take a long drag.
Oh, thanks for bringing these.
Don't worry about it. Sal Jr. owes me. I pretend he's not gay in front of his mother, and she keeps hoping for grandchildren.
How did you find out?
Oh, Jesus, it wasn't hard. He's been with the same roommate for years. He teaches yoga. He drinks wine coolers. So I asked him. He says, yeah, Dad, I'm gay. Are you pissed? I said, what the fuck should I be pissed about? And that was it. He says, don't tell Ma. So I says, okay, fine.
You never know what's going to happen with these kids.
I know. It's a crapshoot.
Sal, can I ask you something personal?
Yeah, Carl, whatever. Ask away.
Have you ever thought about leaving Josephine?
JoJo? Every fucking day.
Yeah. So sometimes I think about leaving too, but what the hell good would it do at our age? I'm not going anywhere.
It's just too damn expensive. You got to get a lawyer, you got to pay for the kids, the house, whatever. Everything's in both our names. That's a bitch, and I don't know how that's figured out.
I don't know. Why did it like this? I mean, we got married so young. We got a house, we got a job, blah, blah, blah. But I never really thought about what that meant to me. Does this make sense?
Yep.
I mean, what were we thinking? I see the kids today run around having good times until they're 10 years older than I was when I settled down. Sometimes more. We never had that, Sal. We just jumped in and bought it all. I worked for the same company for 42 years. Not one day I enjoyed. You know what I always wanted to do? I wanted to be a charter boat captain. I wanted to make a living out of fishing and taking people out on the lake to fish. I thought the whole thing out. Get a boat, fish for a year, find the good spots, then rent it out and take people fishing. I could buy one of those houseboats you see in North Tonawanda living on the water all year. I don't know. It needs a lot of shit, all this crap. I have lying around here. I don't need it, right? I just think about it sometimes.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, my plan is a little more reckless. I get in my car and I just go. I don't know where, just away, I just drive. I'm thinking south, right? Drive away from all the freaking snow. Sometimes I think about going to see the desert, right? See the cactuses and stuff. I never been. Always wanted to.
Yeah, the desert sounds good.
Yeah, like a cowboy or something, right? Cowboy Sal. A fucking spaghetti western, am I right?
Yeah, Cowboy Sal.
You got snacks?
He pulls a bag of Doritos from behind the chair.
Here.
Perfect. These are delicious.
Oh, how come we didn't do it, Sal? Why are we still here? 2 old fucks smoking weed and drinking beer in my garage? Why didn't we just do it?
think it's because we are too weak to face the guilt that would inevitably be associated with the consequences of a reckless action.
That's deep. I have no idea what the hell you mean.
I don't know either. No, really. I think we don't do it because we know it's gonna suck for our wives and kids. And we can't deal with that kind of responsibility. I don't wanna fuck up anybody's life, not even JoJo's.
Maybe.
I impressed myself on that one, Carl.
Do you think the girls think about that too?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you, they think about it.
My son-in-law didn't have a problem leaving it all behind, did he?
No, but he's paying now.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not mad at him. Well, yeah, I'm pissed that I've had to pick up the pieces. I'm pissed that I had not a second of privacy around here, but I can't be mad at him about what he did. I'm embarrassed for him, I guess.
That's what I mean, right? The consequences. No job, no wife, no house. His life is shot. He's considered a piece of shit by just about everybody. The consequences suck. He looks like shit too. I saw him when he parked the car today. Looks like 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. He really screwed that up. The pension alone. Shit.
I don't think I would have had the balls to show up like he did.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's why we stay.
I don't know. I want to believe it's more than that, Sal. I do love Barb. Not like it was, right? Not like that at all. But I do love her. I don't want to hurt her, I admit, but I also don't think I want to leave her either. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, Sal. Between you and me, you and me, right?
Right. You and me and the ganja and the Doritos.
Right. You and me. When I was 30, I don't know, 33, 4, I don't know. Anyway, they hired this woman to work on the line when one of the guys smashed his hand when the winch broke. I told you about that, right? The winch broke and the entire engine block fell in this guy's hand, freaking ground beef in a glove. He's out for good. They hired this woman. She's, I don't know, 40, looks good, though she takes care of herself. And she's really nice. She said she's divorced as a teenage kid, whatever. She asked me about myself, laughs at all my jokes. You know, I'm pretty stupid, as you know, and I don't know what's going on until one of the guys started razzing me about her flirting. And I started thinking, holy shit, he's right. She's flirting with me. I don't know. I felt good about that, right? I mean, it was like, yeah, I still got it. I'm not dead. Fuck no. So I start flirting back. Yeah, I know, it wasn't hard. It felt pretty easy. I probably sounded like an idiot, but she didn't seem to care. Anyway, one day she says, let's go get a drink after. Maybe I was thinking too much, but I figured that meant let's get this thing going.
Yep, that's exactly what it meant.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So what did you say?
I said, I don't know. I guess I said something like, no, I have to pick up my wife or something like that. I just ended it there. Whatever I said, she got the picture. We didn't talk much after that. She went out with one of the other guys. That was that. But it was close, Sal. Very close. You know what stopped me? You're going to think I'm nuts. For 42 years, that woman made me a lunch. I told her I'd like ham sandwiches in 1956. For 42 years, she has made me a ham sandwich. And a couple of times, every once in a while, she put a note in there. I love you. Thanks for working so hard.
You got a good one.
Yeah, I do.
She's gonna kick our ass when she smells the weed.
Holy shit.
Where's that shit that smells like douche?
On the shelf.
He grabs it and starts spraying copious amounts of Febreze.
Take it easy, that shit's gonna kill us.
He's gonna kill us faster.
Sit down, relax. Have some Doritos.
Oh, this is fucking delicious.
Lights. Scene 4, 2 weeks later. Carl and Barbara are sitting in the garage. She's wearing a sweater and it's clearly cold. He has a fall jacket on. She's reading a magazine and he's drinking a beer.
I think I'm going to paint in here next week.
Why? It looks fine.
No, it's starting to peel in that corner.
Oh, come on. That means I have to put everything away. We still have some summer left. I don't want to clean all this up yet.
I'll just cover it with tarps.
You are not putting those disgusting tarps over my furniture. They smell awful. I'll take everything out before you do something like that.
Fine.
I don't like it that she let him take Emma today.
It's none of our business.
Yes, it is. We're her grandparents. We're the ones who took care of her when he abandoned her.
He's her dad, Barb.
Oh, please. He's not a father.
Barbara, I don't want to hear it.
You never do, damn it. You never want to hear it. You never want to hear me. You sit there and listen to everyone, but when I speak up, you shut me up or you walk away. Why would you just listen to me?
That's not true. I listen to you all the time.
Yes, it's true. And that's why no one speaks to each other in this family. You taught your daughter that. It took a year to find out what happened because she's just like you. And now Emma isn't talking to me.
Damn it, Barb, don't. No one is talking to you because you won't shut up. No one is talking because you do all the talking for us, and almost every word is bitching about someone in this family, and I stopped listening years ago.
Well, thank you.
I guess we're all under a little stress right now. I'm sorry.
Maybe you should have left me years ago if things were so bad.
I thought about it.
You have?
Yes,
Oh, well, that's nice.
but I didn't. I do love you, Barb, believe it or not. Besides, what the hell would I do with myself? I need you to tell me what to do.
That's not funny, Carl. And if we are all being honest here, I thought about leaving you too.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened? Are you disappointed?
What the hell?
I didn't leave because I love you too. I have no idea why.
Nothing's perfect, Barb.
I know. I don't know why I talk all the time. I just open my mouth and shit comes out. I suppose I just hope, I just wish you would find me as interesting as, I don't know.
We do the best we can with what we have.
That's a lovely sentiment.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. Will you listen to me more?
Will you bitch less?
Go get another beer.
Fine.
He gets up and walks to the door, stops, turns around and walks to Barbara. He grabs her hands and stands near her. They look at each other and he kisses her on the cheek. She smiles wearily. He exits into the house. You can hear his voice and Emma's.
Hi, Grandma.
Oh, hi, sweetie. How was your day?
Good. We saw a movie.
What'd you see?
Ice Age.
Is that still up? I thought it was closed.
We saw it at the $2 store.
Your father can't afford to take you to a real movie?
Brian enters.
Hello.
Hello. So I heard you took my granddaughter to the $2 show. How nice.
Yeah, well, thanks. She wanted to see the movie. That was where it was playing. So anyway, I'm going to be going. I'll see you next weekend.
Don't you have to get back to your job in New York?
I don't live in New York. I moved back so I could be closer to Emma. I'm working at Sears in the paint department. I'm taking the fire department exam in January for the city. Hopefully I'll get in.
Thanks, Dad. Bye.
She exits to the house. There's a silent pause, and he looks at Barbara, and they stare at each other for a minute, and then she looks down.
Well, it's good that you're closer to Emma.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not ever going to forgive you.
I didn't do anything to you.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I won't forget and I won't forgive. I want to be clear.
You know what? That's fine.
Fine.
Kirsten enters stage right.
Hi. Did she have dinner?
Yeah, she did. We had pizza and wings at Santora's. Hey, I'm leaving. And I gave her the check instead of putting it in the mail. So anyway, I'll pick her up next Saturday at 3.
Can you pick her up here?
He pauses. He looks at Barbara, who stares forward with no expression.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
Hey, can we talk for a second?
About what?
Brian looks at Barbara, looks back at Kirsten, and shrugs.
Hey, Mom, could you give us a second?
Barbara looks at Kirsten for a moment. Her irritation is gone. She looks pensive, as if she's not willing to allow her daughter to suffer this alone. She then gets up and exits.
Okay, talk.
Yeah, well, I moved to one of those apartments over by the church.
Lancer Court?
Yeah, Lancer Court.
Good for you.
So I have a place, and I was thinking I could take Emma more often. You know, overnight, that's okay. Totally up to you. But I miss her, so...
You miss her? Should have thought of that a long time ago.
I've been thinking about that. I think about it every day. I'm sorry. I am really, really sorry.
Well, I am sure you are.
I never saw her again after that.
I don't care.
Well, yeah, well, I got a job, so I can, you know, help out. Let me know what you need.
I need my family. I don't have one with you anymore, so I'm back with this one. This is what I need. My father pays for everything. My mother cooks for me. She does my laundry, keeps me company. I don't need anything from you because it feels like payoff money. Take a check and let bygones be bygones, right? Forget the times I got in bed with my old high school sweetheart. Go get yourself something from the store and make yourself feel better. Well, that's not going to work for me. I don't want to rely on you at all. I'm a teacher and I can take care of myself.
I know you can. Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I know that you hate me? I know that damn well. And every time I think about it, I hate myself.
Don't tell me about your self-hatred. I don't want to hear about it.
Fine. I won't tell you about it. Fine. I know I can't turn back time. But I did what I did, and I'm not proud. But this was my decision, and these are the consequences. Whether you believe me or not, I am sorry. I put myself first. I won't do that again. I'm Emma's father, and that is a fact, and that is what I will be. Maybe someday we can be in the same room together. Emma's mother and father, and
what?
And appreciate the fact that we got one thing right.
I got more than one thing right, Brian.
Yes, you did.
I was a good wife. A damn good wife. I gave you everything. I left my family. I devoted myself to you.
I know.
So, fine. We'll work it out. Emma needs you.
Thank you. I promise I will be a good father.
Okay.
Brian leaves. Kirsten pulls herself together, sits at the card table. Barb comes in first. She sits at the table.
Mom, don't say anything.
I'm not saying a word. I know no one wants to hear what I have to say.
Mom, please don't make this about you. I'm doing the best I can with what I have.
Where have I heard that before? You may not think I do, but I understand. We all have losses, you know. Different things, different people, sometimes ourselves. Sometimes we have to force ourselves to forget the pain just to get through the day. And that's what we do. My mother, your mother, now you. That's what we do. You want to play cards?
Yeah. Yeah, I do, Mom. Thanks.
They have a moment, and then suddenly, out of character for the moment.
Emma, do you want to play cover and push?
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute.
Bring the Dove chocolates when you come out, and the chips.
Okay.
Ask Grandpa if he wants to play.
Absolutely not.
I'll deal. The first hand is 2 sets of 3.
They sit down and she shuffles the cards and begins dealing. Emma comes out with the snacks. Carl comes out with a beer and sits down in front of the TV. The lights fade. Curtain.
Yay!
Yay.
Very nice. Very well done.
Yay.
Boy, guys, that was so much fun to hear out loud. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was fantastic. That twist, man.
I almost dropped my phone on the ground. I was like, what? Okay. Oh, that's exciting.
All right. So for the talk back, if people want to come off mute, I'm scrolling on my phone. I'm going to try to see and moderate this as much as I can, scrolling really fast. Dave, do you have any comments or immediate reactions or anything?
My immediate reaction is just real happiness. I loved hearing the characters have a voice. And I think every one of you brought something. Jacqueline, I'm going to tell you something. You nailed Sal. Oh my gosh. That was so good. I really loved it. You know, when I first heard that you were going to read, I'm like, what? And you nailed it. And I was really happy about it. And Diane, oh my God. You really just personified that character. And I actually liked her more after hearing you say it than I did even writing it out. And Dan, and oh my gosh, every one of you, I'm just so thrilled. And even the oh my gosh, Joe, thank you for the sensitivity you brought to that scene at the end. It really made it feel so real. And Tammy as well. Oh my gosh, that scene really, I love it. And you both nailed it so well. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, for, Mary, for playing my daughter in this play, being my daughter in real life. But really enjoyed it very, very much. Thank you a lot, all of you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So any thoughts from everybody? Anybody?
Well, I'll offer my perspective from listening to it. It was so Buffalo, is so quintessential, you know, garage talk, the card games, I loved, I don't even know how to express it. I just loved the way it was just like, keep on rolling with the changes and pushing through life and just adapting to what is happening. The 9/11 part was, you know, I got, you know, kind of reclamped and, you know, I thought Brian was going to like be dead in the towers or something, but I'm glad that he wasn't. And it's just so real. It's just so damn real. And it's just so much here in this area. So bravo, David. Very, very great capture of that.
Thank you. You know, I got to tell you, when I originally wrote this play, Brian did die in the play. And I got to that scene and I knew that he was going to die at the end of the first act. And I said to myself, what am I going to write for the rest of this play? You know, and what I started to think about was, over the whole period after 9/11, we heard a lot about the widows and widowers and the moms and dads and sons and daughters who lost their loved ones in 9/11. And we heard those stories over and over again. We heard about how they were suffering through that, you know, and it was really a story that we were familiar with. And the one morning I was in bed and I told Michelle, I said, I just don't know if I like the idea, where we're going to go with it. And Michelle can tell you, she's sitting in her chair over there. One morning I sat up in the bed and I said, I figured it out. He's not dead. He's not dead. He was in Jersey. I think that what I was really hoping to say was that, you know, 9/11 was this big global thing, but it affected us all in different ways. And every family, every household was affected in a different way. And this is how this family was affected. And it wasn't, you know, one of the things that Tammy so beautifully read, she said, you know, I wish he had died. it would have been easier. And I think that's
Yeah.
true.
That's
would've been
crazy to
easier.
hear, and you didn't expect that, and it's not the story that you usually get with it. So that was like jaw dropping, especially with her saying that.
Yeah.
Emma,
On a positive,
oh,
go ahead. I was
whenever-
just kind of
no,
a silly
please.
comment, but you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'll
I
follow
was just gonna say I really enjoyed Jacqueline's voice for that part too, just because I kept thinking she sounds like Rosie O'Donnell, and I could not get it out of my head, and I just thought that was so funny. But I was like, oh, I like this now. I feel like that couple should definitely be like a lesbian couple. That'd be funny.
Sal was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sal's a great character too, because he is just a nice sounding board. Like, you know, he's going to be real, and that was a nice just side character to have in there. And I felt very much like I know that guy. Like, he lives 2 doors down from me, and I hear their garage conversation on Saturday. So thank you for writing that.
You know, I told some of you earlier this morning when I talked to some of the actors, and I'll tell everybody who's listening, Sal is about as real in my memory as can be. We were expecting our first child, Emily, and we were having a baby shower at my parents' screened-in garage, and the place was full of old ladies dressed in their Sunday finest, getting little, favors and everything. And in walks my neighbor, Sal, in sandals and socks and no t-shirt on, yelling, "Hey, Norm, you got any schnapps?" So that really did happen.
I love it. Diane Jones, did you have anything?
I would love to jump in. David, the plot twist was great. Really, really loved that. I loved your character development. I really felt like I knew your characters. And as a prop master, I'm coming at you. There's a lot of props, and I think I could handle it. So if you ever do it, let me know.
A lot of food.
But I do have 2 distinct things that kind of popped out at me when you described 2 props. And I'm real sensitive to anachronistic things. So I followed what it was like to be around 9/11 and where I was and what I was doing. And the first thing that came up was the Febreze. Even though it was on the market, it just read newer to me.
Okay.
It's just a thought. Like,
you know, it's funny that you brought that up, because I originally wrote Febreze, and then I changed it to Lysol because I thought maybe Febreze wasn't around back then. I did a Google search, and I saw that it was.
It was. I agree. It just
still
feels like, I don't know. Did anybody ever use Febreze in 2001 that was keeping house? I never bought it until the last 5 years of my life.
Yeah.
And Lysol would always be around. So just food for thought.
No,
and you're
I
right.
think
It was
right.
invented, but
Or
it's
Glade air fresheners were
Yeah,
more of a thing.
Yeah.
The different scents. That's what I remember is Glade air fresheners.
I agree. That's
don't they have one like Hawaiian Breeze or something? That
Yes, I
smells
think
awful?
so.
There's this like real chemical
That was
one that I'm
big
thinking of that like
back
definitely
then.
it goes with
I
the
think
lines of like, this definitely smells like I shouldn't be breathing it in. And it's definitely Lysol or something that's not Febreze.
And
I'm
I
also
think
remembering my grandfather using the word, saying Febreze as Fabrize, but I think that's just me and him being goofy.
I love it. Diners, drive-ins, and dives didn't hit the TV until 2007.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
grab another, just something from 2001. There's a million ones.
I did not research that, and I meant to, and I never did. So
That's
thank
okay. I'm here for you because I'm neurotic and love that shit.
I caught that too. The Diner Drive-Ins and Dives 2007, and also ShamWow was 2006.
Oh,
ShamWow was a little iffy as well. I thought that was another one that kind of popped in. So the thing about those anachronistic items that you mentioned is when they hit, they're perfect, and it creates that world. When they're even perceived as a little bit of a miss, then ridiculous people in your audience that are type A like me and whoever else was just talking, we think about that stuff, and it takes us away from your story. And I don't ever want to be taken away from your story.
You could sub out for the ladder with OxyClean because that was in '98. I just looked that up.
Okay.
But I don't know if that might not be. That might be close to the Febreze issue where it's like, oh, is it around? Did people know it? I don't know. It might be kind of close to that too.
If
But
there was
depends.
one other little thing in Act 2, I think it was scene 3. It was when Sal was talking with Dan. What's your character's name?
Carl.
Carl. Dan was talking to Carl, and Carl said something about he didn't have much privacy. I was wondering if that was alluding to that they were still living with him, because there was dialogue before that said I felt like they had moved to an apartment because you were talking about the bathroom being fixed.
I'm so happy that you picked up on that. I wondered if anyone would. I haven't fixed that yet.
Oh, good. Well,
You're absolutely right about that.
Rose is here for you.
Yeah, I read it this morning, and I actually highlighted it on my script because I realized they had already moved out.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. And I didn't want to send another script out to everybody, but that is fixed already.
It's just those little things. And really, bravo. Thank you. I'm going to mute. It was great to hear this, David. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, really. Right. Any other thoughts?
Dave, do you have any questions about things that you're unsure about that you needed from the perspective of the actors, or?
Well, I think that as I was listening to particularly the first act, I heard a lot of things that I started to think maybe didn't need to be there. Some of the banter could have been shortened a lot. Some of the responses that I heard were very descriptive. Particularly, there was a couple that Barb had where the alliteration was so obvious and wordy, and I think that I listened to that and I thought maybe there were some spots there where a lot of that could be trimmed down a little bit. I don't know if you guys felt that as you were saying them.
I didn't feel that. Maybe it's just because I wasn't staring at the script and I was listening, because I like to do that with this because I know lots of people are looking right at the script. I want to see what it feels like if I'm not like glued to it. Yeah. I didn't really get that, and usually I listen for that kind of thing.
Okay.
But I don't know. Somebody else might have.
Jack?
Question. I'm not from New York or even the Northeast originally. And this is a very Buffalo-centric play. And depending on what your goals are for it, there might be things that need to be explained to non-Buffalonians. Delta Sonic is only in New York. And I know when I moved here, I was confused that people kept saying going to New York. I was like, no, we're in New York, right? New York just means a city. And that was mentioned once or twice in the script. And also some of the things about the schools, the different districts being bad, and Buffalo is a terrible district, and you're obviously going to go to Catholic school when you get to New York City. I was like, oh, there's going to be something here that's an important detail, and then it wasn't.
Okay.
But because that would not be familiar to people, it might be a trigger.
I think that being a Buffalo actor and having no ambition outside of Buffalo, I probably just came from that direction, but I hear what you're saying. And, and I guess I forget sometimes there's a lot of people that didn't grow up around here that don't know the difference between Iroquois and North Tonawanda, and they don't know what a Delta Sonic is and stuff. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely do.
I mean, if it plays here, everybody's going to love that detail.
Yeah. Good point. Thank you.
In regards to all the banter, I don't think that any of it was overwhelming. I don't even think any of it needs to be cut. I think that's just all something that gets resolved in staging and tempo.
Yeah.
I think all of it served to give life to every character and craft them as real people. Otherwise, you just have the snippets of them and their problems, and I don't think anyone in the audience can relate to that. I think those moments of banter allow the audience to grab on and say, oh, I know, I have that mother, I have that daughter, I have that son-in-law. and it creates something for the audience to relate to. And then when you hit them with all of those themes and points, then it sticks.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I agree.
I definitely agree. I loved there's just the banter between Barbara and Carl, like that, like quip back and forth in Act 1. I thought it was so much fun. It reminded me of my parents. Yeah, I really liked it.
Hey, I have a question for you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Were you feeling as you, because one of the things I had said to you is when I first read this play, I thought maybe there needed to be some resolution between the daughter and her dad. Did you feel that listening to this, or no? She's the no?
No, and you know, I didn't concentrate on that relationship for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think that the relationship between Kirsten and Carl is fairly benign. And I think that most of Carl's relationships are fairly benign. I
didn't mean Carl.
Oh, okay.
I meant,
you're talking about Brian.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, you know, and here's an interesting thing, and I want to thank Diane for this. 2 scenes came out of that discussion with you, Diane, as we've discussed before. The scene between Josephine and Barbara came out of our talk. Josephine wasn't even in the play. I added her at that point because I needed Josephine to draw a little bit out from Barbara so that she actually became a little more complex. I just didn't want a typical wiseacre mom who's bitching about things, you know, and I wanted that scene about, you know, the whole textiles and getting into college and whatnot. And that was kind of like to flesh Barbara out a little bit and make her, I think, a little more of a sympathetic character. And then the other thing we talked about was, one thing Diane asked me with the original play that I sent her, she said, do you want me to hate Brian? Because I do. And if you wanted me to hate him, it worked. Is that what you were trying for? And I said, no. I said, I don't hate Brian. When I was writing it, I didn't hate him at all. And so that final scene came out of that, where Brian kind of admitted that he was only thinking of himself, and then changed, and you know, he's kind of given everything up now, and he's living in a little crappy apartment. And you know, and here's one of those Buffalo things that maybe needs to be explained better. Lancer Court is not exactly a luxury apartment complex, you know what I mean? And it's, so I think, you know, he kind of was, it was a little bit of a reconciliation with Brian, and that came out of that, that conversation. And I think that there's 2 things I know. Number one is that they're never going to get back together again. But I do know that someday Emma's going to graduate from high school and they're going to sit in the same row together. And when she gets married or graduates from college, they're going to celebrate together. And I think they're going to come to some kind of truce between the 2 of them. And the reason for that is because Brian is going to become more selfless and more concentrated on his own daughter. Barb is never going to forget or forgive, and we know that, and she makes that very clear in the play, and I don't think she ever will. I think Kirsten could go that way, but I think Carl rubbed off on her a little bit, and so there is a little bit of a reconciliation there. So yeah, that came out of that discussion, and I really appreciated that initial feedback you gave me, and particularly because Barb is such an important character in this play, and she was more of a caricature, I think, initially, and after our discussion I wanted to make her more human, and I appreciate that.
Dave, I have a question. When Carl and Sal are talking about, you know, did you ever think of leaving, and Carl asked Sal, do you think girls think about that too? And Sal says, yes, absolutely. And then Carl responds, I don't believe it. And then later when he asked Barb, you know, did you ever think of leaving me? And she said, yeah. But he just kind of accepts it and I think it'd be almost nice to hear, because I loved hearing about the that she got the scholarship to RISD, Rhode Island School of Design.
Yeah.
So was she referring to that? Yeah, I thought of leaving you. Was it back then, or was it, the butcher at Wegmans?
Yeah, that's a damn good question. I don't know.
It might be fun for them to talk a little bit about that. Like, wow,
Okay.
here we've been both raising that. And then also there was a reference to Kirsten says, my sister-in-law's coming over, that we don't get along. Well, how did they, if he did high school in Long Island, how did he get to Buffalo, and how did his sister follow?
That is a remnant from something different. And initially, when I wrote the play, and that's something that needs to be fixed. Initially, when I wrote the play, Kirsten had a brother.
Okay.
And her sister-in-law in Buffalo was the one who was going to help her. And then I changed it to a cousin, Leslie, and then it was going to be the cousin who was helping her. And then I thought, well, maybe Brian's got.
Oh, I think
frozen.
Yep.
Frozen or left? Okay.
Yeah, I think Dave's frozen.
Oh.
Oop. Dave, can you hear us? Oh no. Ooh. Let me see.
And my phone is about to die, so I just want to say I really enjoyed it, but I think I'm going to be shut off.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm glad to get the invitation. This was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Lisa.
You too, Dan. I thought you guys did great, and the characters, especially Barb and Carl, were so real. That marriage, that relationship. I just thought it was great.
Yeah.
Bye,
Okay.
Elise.
Thanks, Lise.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, Dave's back.
There we go.
All right, perfect time.
All right. So Dave, you were talking about how you came about with the sister-in-law.
Yeah, I think that whole thing about the sister-in-law helping to pack is going to go. I think I'm going to just strike that out. It doesn't even need to be there. I don't think it's not important to the story, and it just confuses things. So it's going to come out.
Okay.
Thanks for pointing that out. It was something I realized, and I saw it, and I just didn't like it, but I left it in because you know how many revisions I sent you, Emma. I'm so sorry.
No, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I waited. That's why I usually wait until the day of to send it out to our audience and our those who tune in for that reason. So.
Yeah, I mean, now's the time to revise. It's not like when you hand it in and then we're in production and then you want to change it. That's bad. I don't like that. But before that, change it all you want.
Yeah. All right. Any other comments from anybody?
Yeah, I had a brief question real quick. Hi, sorry, random person. My name's Rich. I don't know you all, but I'm getting to know you. Awesome work, everybody. That was super fun. Beautiful stuff. I just, definitely the most impactful moment for me is that twist when we find out what actually happened with Brian, obviously. And I have no idea how you might do this as you continue to craft this and build this. But I could see in my mind that movie of someone dressing up like in their gear, like to get ready to go to work as a fireman, and then seeing them go to Jersey instead and seeing them in the arms of some other woman as the towers come down. And that image is so powerful in my mind. And I have no idea how you might make this happen or if it's possible, but whether some kind of pantomime or some flashback, I don't know what, but if there is any way that we can just get a little slice of some kind of visual in that, and obviously it's difficult in this medium, of course, but it's just such a morally tumultuous and emotionally tumultuous moment that, like, it's just so cool that's what we've built because we have these two opposing forces. So I'm just wondering if there's any way to make that happen.
That's really interesting. I think, and I agree with you that when I wrote that scene, that monologue, particularly that Tammy did amazingly well. I was so pleased with the way you did that.
Yeah,
it was painful to even write it, and I wanted it to be such a humiliating experience. And when she says, "I wish he would have died, it would have been easier," all I could think of is all those people who were considered heroes, that were considered the heroes of 9/11, and Brian should have been one of those heroes, but instead he was screwing around. And the image, that idea of that image in the background of the towers smoking and him in the bed with another one, it's so ironic to what happened in real, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's a time we associate, the greatest heroes of all. And here's someone who's, you're right, he's supposed to be one of those heroes, and we just twist it completely on its head. I love it.
If we're
Can I
sticking to
just
the
say-
stage, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, can I just say, as Brian, having to hear that felt disgusting. It felt vile and horrible, and like, oh God, it was just absolutely repulsive. Thank you so much, Dave.
Every time I ever see your face, I'm just gonna have this flashback. It's like, no, not you, but like, good job with,
Yeah. It's funny, originally in that scene, Carl and Barb left. They were in the house, and I thought, no, this has got to be the most humiliating, awful situation ever. The humiliation has to be shared by everybody. So I left everybody in the room, everybody, except for Emma. Emma leaves. I didn't want Emma to be in there.
Yeah.
Everybody's there, and I wanted that humiliation and anger and pain to all be felt.
I also got, at that part, leaving Barb and Carl in there, it felt like Kirsten was drawing strength from her strength from her parents too, and I thought that strengthened their relationship too. And I don't know if anyone else got that, but
yeah.
And I think Kirsten mentions that in one. If I recall correctly, she says, Dad, I need a real man here. I need someone who's loved by his family, and you're the only one here like that.
Hey, the other night, last night I asked you, Ryan, if he has a 13-year-old and they got married because Carl says these kids these days, they get married much later than I did. And so I'm like, well, he's in his mid to late 30s and he decides he wants to be a fireman in New York City. I asked you last night, had he been in touch with a high school girlfriend? And he thought this was a way to get down there.
Yeah, we talked about that. I thought a lot about that overnight too. Was this move to New York, was it a chance to get back together with that girlfriend? And what I said yesterday, I think I still believe. I don't think it was necessarily about her. It was about what he left behind and getting back to it. And he left New York and he was a young guy and he was in his prime and everything was great. And he had this buddy that helped him out from college and everything. And the opportunity came up to go back, and maybe he wanted to relive that again. He wanted to be a part of that again. And I envisioned this buddy of his saying, hey, you know what, so-and-so from high school, she never gave up on you.
Yeah.
She's still around. You should give her a call. You know what I mean? But no, I really don't believe that Brian left because of this woman. I don't believe that at all. I think it was a pretty stupid thing that he did, and
you fell back into the comfortable, I grew up here and now I'm kind of regressing because I'm back in my hometown kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Very stressful to think
as far
about.
as, being a fireman and later in your 30s and stuff, and that happens. I worked with a lot of guys that, as a matter of fact, I worked with a guy, Brian was partly based on a guy I used to work with who worked for Rural Metro, and he worked for Gold Cross before then and whatnot. And he's a dad with 2 boys, and he's probably in his late 30s, and he just got into the fire department in Buffalo, just got in. So I see guys doing that sometimes, especially these guys that are on the ambulance. They become cops. They become, they start with the ambulance, and the next thing you know, they're getting into civil service,
A follow-up on Brian applying to be a fireman in Buffalo. As soon as I heard that, I was like, they're not gonna let him in. Firemen they're bigger gossips than like everybody else. And the word definitely would have come up from New York that here's what this, and so there's no way they're gonna let him in.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I almost was gonna expand that a little bit. And originally when I wrote it, it had in there that I applied for Buffalo, but they already told me forget it.
Right.
But I changed that somewhere along the way. But yeah, you're right. They never would let him in, not with his reputation.
I think that would be a great opportunity for Carl to step in and stand up for his daughter and just like laugh. Like, you really think Buffalo's going to let you in after what you did? That would be a great line for Carl.
That's great. Thank you. Great suggestion.
And do you think their daughter doesn't know what happened? I mean, if an only child who's 13, she must have overheard her parents arguing.
Yeah.
So even though she leaves the room, she knows what's going. She knows what her dad did.
Yeah, Emma knows exactly what happened.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, this was not a surprise to her.
Well, thank you. I have to get going, David. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was great.
Thanks, Dan. You did a great job. I really enjoyed it.
Good to see everybody else.
Good job.
Thanks.
Bye, Dan. I'm going to head out too. David, congratulations again. Bye.
Thank you so much, everybody.
I have one thing before everybody leaves. I just wanted to make sure we were all talking about the play as much as we could. Next month, we're going to be talking about Rich's play, who was speaking about all the images of the towers in the back, Rich Steele. If you want to give a wave, not really sure how that works on the phones, but hello. So
working.
So next month, it's going to be August 11th. I have it set so that we're on Zoom, just because I understand, or not Zoom, Discord, just because I understand Discord a little bit more than I understand Zoom. But if you wanted to join us for that, we'd love for that to happen. Rich already went above and beyond and cast the whole thing, but if you want to listen in, please do. Should be it should be a little bit shorter just because it's a shorter play, but Tuesday, August 11th at 6:30.
Awesome.
Yes, and we do have readings once a month. So if you have anything that you want to hear, or if you are an actor and want to get involved with, because I know quarantine is killing theater right now, it just feels like a weird situation we're in. If you want more acting opportunities, between us and Buffalo also has acting opportunities, please reach out to myself or Ellen, and we'll find a place for you.
Yeah, we're doing a bi-weekly writing event. So it's a 48-hour playwriting competition that's really like laid back, but it's a writing opportunity and an acting opportunity. And it's really just fun to get together every couple weeks and just kind of hang out on Facebook.
All right, any final thoughts before we close out for the night?
Yeah, briefly, I should mention, I actually will need one additional person to read 2 lines for offstage voices upcoming in mine. So if anybody wants to just be a couple offstage guards with one kind of funny line, and the best line at the end of the play is anything.
So if that doesn't grab your attention, I don't know what will. It's the best line. So.
But yeah, email us at buffaloworkshop@gmail.com.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Congrats, David.
Thank you, everybody.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dave. Thank
great
you,
job.
everyone, for tuning in.
Thank
Have
you,
a
Nick.
good night. Safe.
Yep, be safe, everyone.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.